Hello, this is Jason Robertson coming to you from Seattle, Washington, and I am really excited to have a chance to take a few minutes here to kind of go over and explain a great opportunity coming up in Poland in 2024 to really engage in in-depth study of the subject that we call in English applied channel theory, in Chinese 经络医学, and this is an approach to acupuncture based in the classics, based in an understanding, a deep understanding of what the Jing, what the channels are, and really an exploration of from the beginning to the end of what the channels are, the physiology of the channels, the anatomy of the channels, the locations of the channels, the clinical application of the channels, all based on the life work of Beijing professor Wang Juyi. And this is an opportunity for those of you there in Poland to have a chance to study with a collection of 4 of the apprentices of Professor Wang Juyi. It will be an interactive set of seminars that combine online training with in-person seminars to be held in Gdańsk, Poland. And it's just really like something that we don't get a chance to do really anywhere else in the world in the last few years. And I just want to thank the organizers there in Poland for making this happen. So what I've been invited to do here is just to take a few minutes, and thank you for taking your time to watch this, to kind of give you an overview of what this program is, why you might want to do it, and how you can engage with this material that I guarantee you will bring the practice of acupuncture into a palpable reality for you in the clinic. In other words, many of us, and this is maybe stepping back just a moment to before I met Beijing professor Wang Juyi, I was a student of acupuncture in the United States. I had spent 6 years studying the Chinese language in Taiwan. And in the study of acupuncture, I became a little bit frustrated by the fact that a lot of acupuncture training is full of theory, full of amazing ideas often, but sometimes those ideas do not always get the greatest clinical results. And so part of it was I was a new practitioner, and I, of course, just had a lot of clinical experience to gain. But the other thing was what I think a lot of training in East Asian medicine and training in acupuncture might lack in the 21st century is a focus on confirming and denying theory through palpation techniques. And so what this course will do will revamp and deepen your understanding of acupuncture theory. Absolutely, that's a major part of this. But it will link that concept of theory to a palpable reality in the clinic for you. And so that's the really exciting part about this course, is it's going to be a combination of a series of online courses and a series of in-person palpation courses spread out over time, so that you will be able to slowly integrate this material into your own practice, into your own minds, into your own hands, so that you can come up with a flexible, a dynamic, living approach to acupuncture, which will allow you to kind of innovate and come up with creative approaches to difficult conditions, not only musculoskeletal pain, but we do have a series of seminars on orthopedics and musculoskeletal pain, but also the use of acupuncture in treating internal medicine complaints. So stepping now into what this course will constitute, if you're interested in what I'm saying so far, you have kind of the opportunity to do a relatively shortened version, which we call the Level 1 Introduction to Applied Channel Theory, and that's just coming up here in the fall of 2023. In fact, that first course is going to be taught by me, and that will be, and I've got the dates here in front of me, September 9th and 10th, 2023. And this Level 1 course will begin with me doing these. These will be a 2-day online seminars. You can see the details on this website to learn exactly what those days and times are. But this, September 9th and 10th 2-day event will be an introduction, an overview of applied channel theory, That will include an overview of how Dr. Wang Juyi's reading of the Neijing, the Jiayi Jing, the Nanjing, these early classics of acupuncture, how he understood, the channel system to be a system that is balancing, innervating, or we could say enlivening, and interacting with the Zangfu system. So Dr. Wang Juyi's firm opinion after his research for 50 years into the acupuncture classics was that the channels are an anatomical reality, and we'll talk a lot about that. Like, what are they anatomically as fluid systems in the body? And also, they are crucial participants in physiology as well. And so this fundamentals of the anatomy and physiology of the channels will constitute that first 2 days together. And that will include an overview as well of how Dr. Wang used this concept of the channels in his clinical work, meaning what I like to call, clinical reasoning in East Asian medicine. How one takes palpation, weaves this into an understanding of the anatomy and physiology of the channels, and begins to use this to create diagnosis and treatment strategies. Now, of course, the details of that will take longer and will be part of our longer program. But even for this, this level 1 introduction, you will get an overview of how Dr. Wang did this. And it will be ideas that you can begin to apply in the clinic, hopefully immediately. And then the following month in October of 2023, Jonathan Chang, another of Dr. Wang's apprentices who lives in Beijing and practices in Beijing, licensed acupuncturist in China, Chinese Canadian, will be giving lectures on the point category. So one way to kind of think about this is if you begin to palpate the acupuncture channels, it's the qualities you feel in your hands when you palpate certain points. If you know more about the categories of the points, what are the Shi clef points? What are the collateral points? What are the personalities of the 5 transport points? If you can get a better understanding of that, then it allows you to begin to even more flexibly interpret the palpation. So Jonathan in that 2-day session will give an overview of Dr. Wang's understanding of major point categories. So it's just a fascinating deepening of fundamental concepts of acupuncture theory that will take place